Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all around the beautiful world. Boys and girls, girls and boys, men and women, everybody around the world. Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, YouTube, right? I recorded an entire episode of this game, not realizing that I had muted my microphone. And the last couple of days, it has been a bit problematic because there's been this huge unexpected come out of nowhere. What's this? No, I do not want you to access my location. I've just got this pop-up from Microsoft asking me to access my location. So back to what I was saying, right? There's this huge unexpected Microsoft system update, right? And it wouldn't allow me to record. Well, I could record the screen, but I couldn't capture any sound. So I had to miss a complete episode. And then here I am yesterday thinking that I'm recording, and I hope this is recording. But it turns out that I've pressed the mute button on my microphone and nothing's been captured. So that's why you have a silent game. But guys, I need to ask you a very important question. If you are watching up to this point, please subscribe to my channel. Please. The question, no, that's not a question. Can you please subscribe to my channel? Please, guys, help a brother out. Come on, sister. Come on, brother. Help a brother out. Please subscribe to my channel and help me grow this channel. With that said, anyway, so yesterday I've spoken to the microphone, and there's me thinking that all of this is being captured, and it turns out it's not. So anyways, I'll let you know what happened with the Microsoft with not yesterday but the day before. Is normally my computer, when it updates, whenever I get a Microsoft update, it when I say yes, when I agree to update the computer, it gives you an estimated time, and normally it says between 5 and 3 minutes. So what happened is I started like usual. Normally I did some studying in the morning, and then it was time to play some City Skylines. So I'm there, I upload the game, I click on the game, start playing it, I insert the microphone, and I start recording the screen. Normally when it's recording the screen, in the top right hand corner there's a little symbol, a little tab that pops up, and it shows that it's recording. It gives me a time, it gives me the stop sign, and it also gives me a microphone symbol. Now the microphone symbol was not enabled, so I was wondering what's going on. I thought maybe it was a software problem. Maybe it was at first I thought it was a software problem, but then because I recently downloaded the Logitech software, which is compatible with this microphone and allows me to set it to make it sound more professional. So I thought maybe it was that, but it turns out it wasn't that. So I decided, you know what, let me restart the computer. But for the last couple of days prior to that, I noticed that there was an update that was on the bottom right hand side of my screen, and I knew that it wanted to update the system. But me thinking that it's a normal update, so I didn't think much of it. So I just clicked restart, thinking that it would update within 3 minutes. But it went for like 2 hours just to update itself. It was a huge update, me not knowing. So I started doing some research on the internet, and it turns out it was a huge system overhaul. They completely updated the whole system, and that's why it took so long. So I wasn't able to play that game. But then yesterday, I'm thinking that it's recording, capturing the sound, but then I pressed the wrong button. So I pressed the mute button on the microphone, so it didn't capture anything that I had to say, which was a bit disheartening. I have to get rid of that. Wind turbine in a minute. Do you see what I tell you about City Skylines? In the one place where there is no water, that's where they build. So it does that purposely. That confirms it for me. In the one place where there is no water, they build. A bit silly, but I understand. I try and make it a bit interesting, so it's not easy. So 5 minutes have been down already, just from loading. So I'm gonna play this episode for another 5 more games, and then I'm gonna start a new one because this is becoming repetitive, and I also need to get some new. Tell you what, I think I might just end it after this episode. I think this is episode 20 or 25. I want to get a new map, something nice. There's a mist here, but I don't even have to turn it off on the screen. The really strange mist. But I like the mods that I have for the game. Really like these mods. I really like these mods. They make the game much more interesting. It's not just the same repetitiveness. But what's disheartening is the consumption of the 5 minutes of the game. It's very disheartening. It really does demotivate one. But anyways, so how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's sound. Hope you're enjoying these episodes. So hopefully this should be capturing sound. So we'll see, because it was just silent yesterday. But I didn't really look to see whether the button was pressed on or off. But it didn't capture anything. If it's not capturing, then we've got an issue. We've got a technical issue. I wonder. Electricity issues. Can you see the fine mist? So there was this fine mist. I don't know. Definitely need some new graphics card, man, because this is definitely need some new graphics card, man. Water issue. I want some water. Maybe we should play this longer than 5 minutes. Maybe we should think about what we are doing for this game, because we don't really think about what we're trying to do. We just play it randomly, just hoping we can learn from that. But that's what you want to do, you know, right? I want to be spontaneous so I can learn that way instead of having to. I want a graveyard. Give him a graveyard. There's no issues in my industry zone, but then there's issues in the neighborhoods. Then see, medical clinic. These flashing symbols are really a pain, garbage pain. They're not even that bad, because maybe it's just the fact that they're glowing red, and that's making me feel a bit intense. You know, I could feel all of this if I really wanted to, but I have to talk on the microphone at the same time, and I think I'm pinned between this, talking to the microphone and trying to play at the same time. But that's the whole point, is to learn. Do you remember the first episodes where I used to play this and it was just me being silent? Didn't really know what to say, to where we are now. There's a huge difference. I'll tell you there's a huge difference. A huge difference. The level of mode, but we have to keep working at it. It won't just come overnight. So city skylines, that should deal with that issue. No, so we should get rid of this here. It's too much noise before they start complaining about noise. Don't need that, bruh. Come on. What? Oh, you definitely are out of the water zone. Not bad. Not bad, brother. Not bad, brother. Yeah, so I think I might start a new episode, man. Maybe I should start 2 consecutive episodes at the same time. Like on Sunday, on Monday and Tuesday I don't work, so maybe I should do one in the morning, which should be this one, and then in the evening I do a really long gameplay for about an hour. Then I can really focus. Yeah, I think I'll do that. It gives me double the time to think. So sometime today, maybe after I get back from church, I'll allocate some time to this and play thoroughly. So it's springtime, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all around this beautiful world of ours. It is spring over here in the northern hemisphere. It's green, skies are clear, a few patches of clouds, you know, birds are chirping, birds are just enjoying the weather. You know, the birds, right? I'm a delivery driver, guys, and as I'm driving around, I can see the animals enjoying their lives. Although they work hard, they ensure that the first thing that they do is ensure they've had their food. And then once they've had their food, if they're parent animals, they look after their children and then they get back to relaxing. But the birds really enjoy the most, because they can just fly around, sit on an antenna and relax, right? They just really enjoy themselves. And right now, through my window, I can see this bird. I think it's a sparrow. It's a black and white bird that sat on the antenna. It's just relaxing, right? It's just what's it doing? The sun, I think it's absorbing the sun. I think it's basking in the sun and just relax, which is nice to see. And then the other day I saw a fox. I saw, yeah, the other day I saw a fox. Fox just in the evening, just relaxing, just prowling around his neighborhood, right? Just seeing what's going on, what's the latest, what can he get in the neighborhood. So I saw the fox. And then the other day I saw a cat that was sat outside. It was sat on a cushion. It was just so relaxed. You know, you can just tell this, and it's just relaxed. It's just calm, right? And it's good to see that. You know, bless them. You know, our little siblings. And yes, we are siblings. We share this planet. We all come from this planet. So, and we have the same divine energy within us. So we are siblings. Some of you might not look at it from that perspective, but I do. But we are siblings. There is a form of mutual recognition, mutual understanding, but we have the same components, the same chemical compounds that build us, that came from this planet, and we have the same life-giving energy. But we all come from this planet, right? We all come from the same parent, so we are siblings, whether you want to admit it or not. You've got to look after our siblings. Trees are our siblings. Trees are cool, guys. I love trees. Yesterday, I came across this amazing palm tree when I was delivering. Palm trees are not indigenous to the UK because of the climate. And we have 4 types of climate. We have the tropical climate, we have the dry climate, we have the continental climate, and then you have the temperate climate. I think you have the polar climate. Yeah, those are the 5 climates. And I had to really think hard then. I was hoping I wouldn't stop thinking, but I did. Okay, so you have those 5 climates, and trees and palm trees are not indigenous to temperate climate. This is not polar climate. Polar climate is more of the North Poles. Over here, in this part of the planet where the UK is best is temperate climate. And then you have tropical climate, which is more like rainforest, I think. Again, I need to do some research. Don't double check me on that. And then you have the dry climate, which is more like the Sahara, the desert. Sahara means desert, by the way. So when people say the Sahara Desert, they're saying it the wrong way. It's just the Sahara, which means desert. It's like saying desert in saying desert in. It's like saying desert. The desert. That's what they're saying pretty much. In the language Sahara, and I think it's Arabic. It's Arabic, or maybe it's Berber language, because that region, the Sahara region, is mostly the last indigenous people, the last tribe in our region were the Berbers before the Islamic invasion. So before the what do they call it? Before there was the Arab invasion from Arabia, from the west, it was mostly Berber people. And I think it's either their language, either their linguistics. Linguistics is the study of language, so I think it was either their language. It's their way of saying desert. So the Sahara, the desert, pretty much. It's like Simba. Simba means lion. Simba is not a name. Simba means lion in African dialect. So when you watch The Lion King, they say my name is Simba. You mean my name is lion, right? Like lion, right? It's like a word will have its own meaning in its actual language, and then when it's translated in English, they give it a complete different meaning. So when somebody says that the Sahara Desert, they are saying the desert, right? Pretty much. So it's the Sahara Desert. That's why you have the dry climate. And palm trees are not indigenous to the UK, but trees are robust. They are residual. They are strong as hell. They can survive any type of condition. And this is a good example. Have a tree that is not indigenous to the UK. It's been imported in, but it survives, right? And yesterday I came across this cool one. As I'm driving around, I look at trees just to see how whether the owners look after them or they just naturally grow. And to show how residual trees are, if the owners are not looking after them, regardless, they will still grow. they'll still keep on growing. They'll still keep on pushing forward. They'll still keep on growing upwards. They'll spread as much as they can. And if they're upset with you, they will grow towards you. You know, they will grow towards the house, and maybe might even end up destroying the house if they're upset with you, trees. So do not upset the trees. Trees are cool. Trees are blessed. Trees are calm. They give us life. They give us oxygen, and they consume our carbon dioxide. But we live in a symbiotic relationship with trees. They give us fruits. They give us food, right? They give us shade. They give us knowledge, and they've been around longer than us. They're older than us, trees. But unfortunately, you and I, although we have this intelligence, this divine intelligence that God had given us, trees have been around longer than us. They've seen it all. The silent witness. They know the truth. They know the truth. They know the truth. Silent witness, tree. So trees are cool. I love trees. Trees are blessed. Trees are divine. Trees are majestic. Trees are pure. They never consume more than they can. This is why I did a vlog on trees. But I'm a huge tree fan. You know, it would it would upset me if people just decide to cut down trees and not even, what are we doing here? Is it electricity, man? What is it? Really would upset me if people just decided to cut down trees and not really think about what they're doing. Must be some kind of ritual acknowledgement with the tree. What's with the electricity here? Why does it keep knocking itself on and off? Oh, can you see that? Why is it doing that? Is it electricity? Why do they keep doing that? I wonder, is it because they're not near water? Yeah, so there must be some kind of acknowledgement of the tree before one can just begin to cut it down. The human beings, you know, we have intelligence, but we just, I don't know, brother, sister, I don't know. We are definitely children, I tell you that, but I don't know, sometimes. What is this? One hell of a factory, dude. Okay, never seen factories like that before. What we like? Have they updated themselves? Okay, so these are updated factories. It's becoming updated. Cool. So many dead folk in here. So many deceased folk. What is it that you're lacking to constitute for you to behave in such a way that you're lacking? Look at that. Look at all these. That's a weird hospital, but I like that. Brother, sister. So what we're gonna do now is, yeah, I'm gonna start a complete new game. This is gonna be my morning play. I'm gonna play this for 20 minutes, and then I'll have a longer one. But maybe I should really think about what I'm doing with that one. So just randomly hit. With that said and done, that's the 20 minutes done already. To be honest, they've gone very slow because I think I've become used to them. Before, I used to think they used to go very, very fast, but they become very, very slow, which is good, I suppose. Very, very good, because we become used to the time constraint, and we can think about so many things in the process. So maybe I can watch videos on YouTube and comment about them. I don't know. Let's try that. Yeah, because I'm trying to diversify. The objective for me is to speak as much as possible, so I can think on how to speak, so I can develop a consciousness on how to speak and narrate something. That's the whole objective. Can I narrate the game right now? What can I say about this game? I don't know, because I've never done it before, but that's the whole idea, the whole objective of it. I want to become a fluent speaker and not to mumble my words. I want them to be clear, and I hope this has been captured. So I'll play in a few seconds. With that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all around the beautiful world, thank you for watching this. I appreciate you taking out time to watch my videos. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. That would very much appreciate that, guys. But with that said and done, have a blessed Sunday. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.